this position, in my opinion, is done. It is in the books. It is cooked in the cake, whatever the term may be. Cole Tannenbaum is your backup quarterback. Jason Shearer, in my opinion. What say you?
Yeah, he's taken 2 reps for the last 3 or 4 practices in all of them. He deserves it. And Dina Baber said it's not that he's great once in a while. He's just consistent. And that's all you want from your backup quarterback. You want to know, like, what is going to happen each time they go out. He's not going to suck, and he's not going to be Noah Fifita, but he'll be what you need him to be. And that's all you can ask for your backup quarterback.
And I got to put this out here again. I'm not talking to anybody indirectly, but people out there, if your kid is on a team and you're in a competition, don't go on there if your kid loses a competition, or if you're a friend, or if you're whatever, and start bad-mouthing the coaches. That's just the way it is. I guarantee you, when Brent Brennan took inventory of this roster, he didn't look at this and then say, oh yeah, hey, by the way, you know what? There's a 4-star quarterback on the team. There's also some other 2-star. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we cook it so the walk-on gets the backup position? The walk-on won the job, period.
Yeah. It's Brent Brennan couldn't care less about your star rating. I was looking at his quarterback history at San Jose State. I don't know if you remember, Mike. He had a guy named Josh Love who actually went and was in the NFL for 2 years.
Wow.
Josh Love was a walk-on quarterback.
Right. He didn't care.
Right. He walked on and he put up, I think he's like the 3rd leading passer in that school. Like, he put up crazy numbers his senior year. And he went to the NFL. Now he's at the UFL or whatever, but he was a walk-on. Like, Brent Brennan just doesn't care. He's going to play the best players.
Now, I got a lot of people asking. Let's talk about Dorman here for a second. Here's the deal with Dorman. I've had a couple people tell me this, and again, by all accounts, a great kid. They always need to put that out there. Dorman is just very mechanical. Dorman looks good when he's in the 7-on-7s. Dorman, not saying Dorman can't play, but at the same time, Dorman probably was a little bit overrated by the recruiting services. Not just Jason Shearer, but overall probably a little bit overrated, period.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize until yesterday when I looked at how highly he was, like a top 350 dude.
Yeah.
He's got a good arm.
We got a good arm.
It's pretty accurate. It's just that I think the biggest issue is when you look at the best quarterbacks in the country at any level, they're very fluid, right? Like, it doesn't even look like they're thinking. Like, you watch Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, and and it's like they know where they're going. They know, it's all natural. Dorman is very mechanical. Like, here's my first read. Here's my second read. Here's my third read. Now I'm at my second read. It causes issues for him against good defenses.
And like the coach told me, and he said, the thing about him is, and he said, he does all the work. He's got, like you said, he's got a big arm, but everything, it's not a fluid progression. Very, very rarely, if ever, is it a fluid progression. It's there's one, he's covered. There's two, there's covered. And that's just difficult. You can get away with that in high school. You can get away with that in bowl games. You can get away with that in 7-on-7. But when you're at the Power 4 level, it's just a little bit different. And that's just kind of where it is. And with Tannenbaum, the same guy also told me that he's like, listen, man, he said, he's not the most physically gifted dude in the world, but he can make the reads. He can get you in and out of the offense. He's somebody you feel fairly comfortable with.
And something stood out to me too. I don't remember if it was on record or off record, but someone said he also has a swagger about him that you wouldn't expect from a backup quarterback. Like, there's a certain way that he carries himself that I don't want it to seem like we're just crapping over, it's more we're complimenting Cole than we're dissing Braden Dorman, but this is the reality. Like, there are no favorites. Brent Brennan's not playing any favorites. This is a whole new staff to him. It's just the way it is.
All right. Now we are going to get to it. Don't worry about this. We are going to get to ASU, but I also want to say one other thing about this whole competition is that I get people all the time. They're like, well, why are you criticizing a college player's game on Twitter? There is a huge line for me. I have no problem criticizing how somebody plays. If I think they're good, if I think they're bad, you will never see me say anything personal about them. I'm sorry. At this day and age, if you're a Division I quarterback, I have the right to say, as long as it's not personal, that I don't think so-and-so is very good. That's not a personal shot. It just is what it is.
And let me tell you something. It became a lot more prominent as soon as these dudes started getting paid. Now that you're a paid athlete, I'm saying I'm not going personal, but I'm saying whatever I want about your game because We're paying you now.
So this whole thing about, oh, you're picking on the lowly 18-year-old. No, first of all, they're getting paid. They're a Division I athlete. And we're not saying anything personal. But if I think a guy isn't good, I have no problem saying that I don't think they are good. So, period. There it is.
We all silly like the mayor.